everyone, I'm happy to see you. I'm a social worker in the UK, currently working with children and adolescents. Right now, I'm on maternity leave, just nursing my baby. I want to talk about something that hasn't been spoken about enough, not in a dramatic way, not to fix it, like most people would say, but to name it, sit with it, and remind ourselves that we're not failing. When people talk about mom guilt, it's often brushed off. It's something that actually bothers all of us as moms, or most of us as moms. Others would have learned how to suppress it and to work while still having that feeling. But some of us were learning to adjust with that feeling, because I haven't been on the working field for a long time. The type of work that has to actually take me out of the house. Prior to this, I worked as a biology teacher. Then after, I worked as a fashion designer when I had my second daughter. I worked when my children were in school. But at the end of the day, I still have them when I want to. It's my business, it's my time, it's me adjusting my work around my family. Then when I got a kind of job where other people determined my working hours and the time I stay with my children, it impacted on me mentally, and I started to feel guilt about leaving my kids. For me, working mom guilt doesn't always show up loudly like we would think. Sometimes it's quiet, if not most of the time. It's the feeling that no matter where you are, you should be somewhere else. Let's play like this. If I'm at work, I would feel like I'm supposed to be with my children. If I'm with my children, then I start to think about one email I should have sent, or how I should have curated this email in a more professional tone. It's about always feeling like where you are is not where you should be, especially when you're at work. You feel like you should be with your children. That's even the most challenging feeling for me. It's that constant sense of being pulled in between two worlds. Should I be at work or be home with my children? As a worker, many of us are carers as well. For our own children, our parents, our elderly, for our neighbor, or we're just carers by nature. We're caring for our pets or for one thing or the other. We're trained to be more empathetic towards other people's needs above ours, to be emotionally available constantly for other people while putting aside our own needs. When we become mothers, that instinct doesn't disappear. It multiplies. And suddenly you're carrying responsibility in every direction. Why is working mom guilt so strong in social work? Number one, social work is emotionally heavy. Number two, the stakes are very high as a social worker. Number four, the need never really ends. There's always another case. There's always another family in crisis. There's always a GP who isn't responding to a family the way they should. There's always a school that isn't meeting the educational needs of a child, or even counseling. There's always another task to be done just a bit better. There's always another meeting to attend. When you step away, whether for maternity leave, reduced hours, or simply logging off on the evenings when you finish work, guilt can creep in. That's when it feels like you should be doing those things. But here's the truth, you are replaceable at work. That doesn't mean you're not committed to work, or you shouldn't be. There is the guilt of wanting both worlds, which is another layer of mom guilt. And it comes from wanting both, a meaningful career and a present connection with your children. Not just being present, but being mentally present for their needs. There's often an unspoken message that you have to choose one, either be a mom or be a worker, or at least you sacrifice one. If you care about the work you do, people would ask, but what about your children? If you care so much about your children, other people will ask, why not go be productive at work? There is this constant need for both worlds. But what about you as a carer? What about you as an employee? What about you as a business owner? How do you look after you? Yet, they say wanting both make you selfish. Let me tell you, wanting both doesn't make you selfish of a person. It makes you honest. Maternity leave and guilt is also something we haven't talked about as an employee. Even on maternity leave, guilt doesn't magically disappear. There's guilt for not using the time productively, not enjoying every moment. There's also guilt of missing work, or you're not missing work enough. When colleagues ask me, hey, Abby, how are you enjoying your maternity leave? I don't know if to say it's very nice. It's something I've always dreamed of. To say, oh no, I'm not enjoying my maternity leave. I wish I was back to work. What should I say? If I say I'm happy to be off work, would that mean I don't care about work? Or if I say I miss work, would that mean I don't care about my children? No, I'm human. Sometimes I feel like I want to be in work, and other times I feel like I want to be at home to look after my children. And all of this are genuinely how I feel. Some days I feel deeply grateful to be off work. Other days I simply miss work and wish I was back to work. But both can exist at the same time. What I'm learning right now is that guilt doesn't always mean you're doing something wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong for wanting to be home or for wanting to be in work. It just means I'm human and I shouldn't be made to feel guilty about it. Sometimes guilt is simply a sign that you care deeply about multiple things, and that's okay. Instead of asking, why do I feel guilty? I ask myself, what am I learning? What value is this guilt pointing towards? Often it's love, responsibility, commitment, and a strong desire to want to do better. Those aren't flaws, they're strengths in my opinion. Letting go of the myth of balance is very vital for our mental health as mothers. I used to chase balance while I work, thinking one day I would get it right. Some weeks, family needs me more. Some weeks, work does, and that's okay. Other times, I don't feel like doing any one of those two. What I'm learning is that balance isn't something you achieve. It's something you constantly adjust. You're not feeling because guilt creeps in. You're not feeling because the scale tips to one side. You're responding to life. That's what it means. If you're watching this and you feel guilty as a mom for working, for wanting the best for your children, for wanting space for your time away from your children or work, or for wanting fulfillment in work, please hear this. You are allowed more than one thing at a time. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to change the pace in different seasons. Your worth is not measured by what you let go, but by the things you are able to do sustainably and how much you care about yourself. Instead of asking, am I doing enough? Try asking, am I doing what I can with what I have in this season where I am now? That question is kinder, and honesty lives in that question. If this video resonated with you, I would love to hear from you in the comment section down below. What does mom guilt look like for you? And what helps soften it for you? Even just a little. Thank you for being here. Thank you for holding the space for you and for me as well. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.